You know, for years, decades really, we've been looking at the signs that are to come before Jesus returns. And one of those signs is wars and rumors of wars. And I remember decades ago talking about it with friends, and you probably do as well. But never have we seen actual rumors of war like we saw just lately in Russia. I mean, we hear the wars and rumors of wars, and we hear about North Korea, and that was some years ago. And then lately we've got the Taiwan and China, and of course Russia and Ukraine. But now it's Russia and Russia, and the rumors of wars, and it was just like a flurry of chatter about the rumor of war within Russia against Russia. And I still don't know exactly what happened. I don't know anyone who does. A lot of people may have opinions, but they're pretty much just opinions. So I just find it fascinating that that's wars and rumors of wars. We're seeing it like never before. Another thing is that we've always seen signs of something happening, and way back when, it's like, oh, if we see one, it's once in a while you see, oh my gosh, you know, like when Bush in 1991 he said New World Order in a speech, and he said it multiple times. But things like that, we go, oh my gosh, it's like time is short, time is near, Jesus is coming. But in the last 6 months, I mean, things now are going so fast that if you don't hear something that sets your hair on fire in a single day, it's like, what's going on? Nothing happening. So things are just going crazy. And we look at prophecy, and we have seen the foreshadowing, if you will, the foreshadowing of the tribulation periods. The tribulation period being that 7-year period, Daniel's 70th week, at the end, after the harpazo, after the rapture. But we often say we can see the foreshadowing because it's so close. We can see the foreshadowing of the tribulation. But as that foreshadowing gets closer, the closer that shadow that's being cast no longer is there. That shadow is gone. We see the tribulation. We see the one world government. I mean, it's not that we are seeing signs of it coming into fruition. We see it clearly. They're talking about it. We know what they're doing. So we see the one world government. We also see the one world economy. We're seeing the digital currency being set up. It's not just talked about. We know what they're doing, and they're telling it. And the last of the three-legged stool, if you will, is the one world religion. Now, how would you have a one world religion when you've got these different religions, Christianity, and you've got Hindus and Buddhists and Muslims and all kinds of religions? How are you going to get them together in a kumbaya type thing? Well, lately, have you heard a lot of chatter about aliens? I would say that the aliens and the AI, that is how they're going to come together with a one world religion. Because after the rapture, then chaos, and I think that they're going to, and I'm very confident that they're going to say that aliens, there are aliens that took them to retrain them. Now, I thought that the rapture would be explained away when I was a young man, before I was even able to drink, that they would be using that as the way, because there's no other way. When people all over the planet, different places, in the mountains, in the desert, in rich men, poor men, free men, bond, everywhere, indiscriminately, people taken out and just disappeared. And they will say, as they have alluded to before, that we have been planted here, we have been seeded, and we have been watched by the aliens, the people who planted us here. That's what they're going to be saying. And so when the harpazo occurs, the rapture occurs, that's how they're going to get people to align and go, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And that's where they're going to have the one world religion. So we got the one world government, the one world economy, and the one world religion. It is just right there, and we are so close. The harpazo has got to be really, really soon. Another thing is interesting that I've heard a lot of people talk about, and I've seen some videos on 2023 rapture. I mean, just the fact that things are just so close, you think that that's not just possible, seems likely. But some people have taken calculations from the crucifixion of Jesus and the creation of man and the fall of Adam, and you take those numbers, and you've got 7 is a perfect number. 7, you take 4,000 years from creation to the crucifixion, that's 4,000 years. So then you got 2,000 years since that time, essentially. So that's 6 days. And the 7th day is going to be the 1,000-year reign of Christ. And that is after the tribulation. So we've got, we're right there. And any way you look at it, it seems so very, very close. Harpazo, Maranatha. See you soon.